actions can be classified into three types. First is an action performed with a selfish desire. An action performed with a selfish motive. Second is an action performed with an unselfish desire or an unselfish motive. And the third is an action performed with no desire or no motive. It is called selfless actions. Three types of actions possible. One is an action performed with a selfish desire or selfish motive. Second is an unselfish desire and unselfish motive. Third, there is no motive at all. They are called selfless actions. Predominant proportion of the society is selfish. Predominant. Society is selfish. Even in an individual, predominant actions are of selfish nature. What is in it for me? If I perform an action with the thought, how will that act benefit me? It is selfish. But the moment there is the thought, in what way can I be of any service to you? When the interest and attention is upon the other person, your actions instantly become of an unselfish nature, unselfish flavor. We may understand unselfish, but it is rather difficult to understand an action without a desire. We seem to use these terms so liberally, but we don't seem to understand the depth of what they mean or what they convey. How to perform an action without a desire? An action being the same, it can be selfish, unselfish, selfless. You can't judge me by seeing what you do me act. Now this action of me teaching the Gita, is it selfish? Is it unselfish? Or is it selfless? So what I am trying to, the analysis and what I am trying to highlight is, it is very difficult to assess a person by what you see him act. I don't know on what basis you say my actions are selfless. I don't know. I am not saying it is not. But I am only putting a question mark there. I am asking you all, what basis you categorize an action? Action being the same, I could be doing it for a selfish purpose. Perhaps I want a recognition from this action. Perhaps I want to create a following or a name for myself. Or it just gives me an opportunity to inflate my ego because you have given me a platform. Isn't that possible? It's very much possible. So the act of me talking on the Gita doesn't make it any divine. There's nothing great about it. Or I could be doing this act of wanting to help you all. Here is a knowledge which has immensely benefited me, and I believe there is no reason why it should not benefit you all. Not just you all, it should help a cross section of people at large. And if that is the desire that drives me, inspires me, motivates me to work and deliver this message with the only intention that I can serve not just you all, but a large section of people. If that is the intention that is driving me, that is unselfish. But then selfless action, it is not understood. Selfless is, there is no desire to help also. There is no desire at all. Then why am I doing it? I am duty bound. I am just doing my duty. I have no intention in it. Selfless. What is less? The self is less. There is no self at all in it. That's called selfless actions. So there is nothing driven from the personality. Then why am I doing it? With the only purpose of getting back to myself, the capital self. It's everything minus here, everything plus there. So it is zero with reference to anything worldly. There is no interest here. Only interest is to get to the self. Now why I got into this is, all your life you're trying to pitch up a desire and keep following it, chasing it. So wouldn't you agree with me that one is leading a selfish or a self-centered life? Now what is that one tool or one aspect that is required or that is going to pull you out of this selfishness? So how to come from selfish to unselfish? Unselfish is the medium, the way, the stepping stone to reach that selflessness. The other day I had a visitor at home, a relative, a visitor, a well-wisher, family member. And all throughout, the only discussion was of acquiring. In the best interest, he is telling me, acquire. It will serve you one day. Not a word I spoke. Did I? Not a word. I was actually tempted to give my piece of advice. But then I realized he is not an adhikari. Adhikari means he's not deserving. So I said, thank you for the advice. Really appreciate. In fact, I said, I understand your intention. His intention was noble. But his approach is, he's taking a different route. Who am I to correct him? So when a person is selfish, he is driven by the whims and fancies of his mind. His mind keeps pitching up desires. His mind is fascinated by something today. It finds a reason to pursue it, chase it. You may fulfill it, or you may land in a disappointment, and your mind will find something else to fascinate you. You will start chasing it. Shanti. Not required. Honking at below. That's the life, sir. So if you're leading a selfish life, your life has no direction or dimension, as they say. Manish, if you are pursuing your mind, if you are leading a selfish life, your life has no direction. Because you can never predict what your mind will be fascinated with. Isn't it? It starts chasing it. Now, how to come out of the clutches of this mind? which is going to, that pursuit is insatiable. If you don't consciously realize it, it is very unlikely you can come out of the clutches. And I only felt very sorry for him other day. I could help him, but I was totally helpless. Relentless acquisition. Relentless.